another way of saying the same thing, which Christ is pretty much declaring the same thing over and over and over again from 50 million different ways, is what he's doing. And entering into the rest is what God invited Adam into from the beginning. Man, enter into my rest. And again, once again, he says again, there remains a rest for the people of God. Well, Jesus came as a man, and he entered into God's rest as a man in the midst of all death.
Right.
See, Adam didn't do that.
No.
After, and you can't really do it with the carnal mind. The Spirit has to do it inside of you. But just for the sake of the example, if Adam, after he found himself in death, after he ate from the tree, if Adam had called out to God and not tried to go clothe himself, what do you suppose might have happened?
Right.
If Adam would have said, I can't save myself from this body of death. Only you can, oh God. What do you imagine might have happened there? You see, and you can't think like that unless the Spirit persuades you. So I'm not saying Adam could have done that if he just used his willpower. I'm just demonstrating that even in that place, if he had cried out to God instead of trying to clothe himself, the whole thing would have changed. Sure. And so Jesus comes as the last Adam, and in the midst of taking on the body of death that the first Adam and all of us had, he entered into God's rest even with all death manifesting in him. Which is something, man. That's when you see how strong the Spirit is. Right. I don't even want to say how strong Jesus is, just that way, because then we look at it as Jesus, the man, is strong and we're weak. No. The strength that manifested in Jesus did not come from his own strength. It came from the Spirit animating his body.
Yes.
And so the Spirit dwelled in a guy. And the Spirit dwelled in this guy and caused that guy to enter into God's rest in the midst of all death. Right? And that's how that was his good work. Right? Yeah. He entered into God's good work.
Yeah.
And I preached a whole message about that. What are the good works we were created to walk in?
Right.
I like where